everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory. It's Samaje Perine's Redskins going up against Melvin Gordon's Chargers. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, football is back in Los Angeles as we welcome you inside the StubHub Center in Carson, California. I'll tell you, you wouldn't think 30,000 people could make this noise. That's half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but this is no normal crowd. They are ready to go as their Chargers get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Hi again, folks. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And as we all know, Charles, offenses today, they're driven by the passing attack. But Larry highlighted in the open a couple of running backs who might just disagree with that assessment.
Yeah, and sometimes, occasionally you get a game where running backs will match each other, kind of carry for carry on opposite teams. But for the most part, they focus on themselves. How many touches will they get, and can they create big plays for their own team?
And both of these guys, certainly more than 5-10 touchbacks. They're workhorses. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Kirk Cousins leads out the Redskins, who now sit at 5-6 following a loss last week. A pretty ugly loss, to be frank, Charles, to the Dallas Cowboys. Not the best day for Cousins. A couple of touchdowns, but also 2 picks, and I think he put it on the ground twice, too.
He certainly did. So it was a tough go for him, but I keep coming back to this with Washington. And, yeah, they're virtually eliminated from playoff consideration. To me, the surprise they were able to hang in as long as they did. With the number of injuries they've had on the offensive line, I think they were starting their third-string center against Dallas. Trent Williams playing with a knee injury all year long. I think they've shown a lot of courage and fortitude to stay in as long as they did.
This is the rookie from Oklahoma, Samaje Perine. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Again, here's Perine, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
Jordan Reed is one of the best route-running tight ends in the NFL, and it shouldn't be an accident because at one point he was a college quarterback. So at times when he runs routes downfield, I think he's doing it with quarterback eyes and almost in a sense is imagining himself catching a pass from himself.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He finds his target, it's Crowder. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Samaje Perine, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. With that, let's take a look here at the Charger defense.
Typically, we highlight guys who make highlight plays, but Brandon Mebane is a guy who's blue-collar to me. Works inside, takes on double, sometimes triple teams, will make all the plays that come his way. But his best attribute is he takes care of his teammates, absorbs those blocks, and lets them run to the football.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Third and short yardage. Cousins. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Cousins to his tight end Davis. Good for a Washington first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
On play action, Cousins. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Cousins gives this to Pirine. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This one caught by Crowder. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Cousins a handoff. This is Pirine. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
This is Marshall, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Still 2nd down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So now on 4th down, Jay Gruden will call on his field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 2 straight wins for the Chargers as their offense takes the field. Phillip Rivers, he's been hot not only in the last 2 games, but the last 3, hitting on 72% of his passes, over 1,000 yards, and 6 touchdowns without an interception.
Yeah, that's the key stat right there. No interceptions. They're maximizing just about every possession, putting up monster numbers, and really complimenting one of the better defenses in the league. So now you're getting both sides of the ball playing at a high level. Look out AFC West and anyone who's in their path.
Because right now, top of the AFC West, Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders, all tied at 6-6. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, there's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Second down following the run. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. On play action, Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. 23 yards on the play. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They start on the ground with Piron. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd and 5. They'll run again with Piron. Pushes past him. And now running right through him.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. Caught right side, Davis. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a carry for Pirine. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now Pirine. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Given 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And here's the Redskin defense.
Josh Norman is today's NFL cornerback. Excellent size, range, good smarts, really studies film and understands what receivers are trying to do, can run with the best of them downfield, excellent in run support, and plays with supreme confidence. I think he's good enough to travel with receivers to either side. It's just a matter of what you want to do with him in your scheme. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Now Rivers.
Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And able to get up there and a Charger first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 1 quarter in the books. It's a close game here early on. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
First down throw here for Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he loses the football a second time. Into the Redskins have it, they do.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
And here come the Redskins now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 3rd and 5. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now the fourth-year man from Oklahoma, Tress Way, on to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And he has enjoyed some solid groundwork, and some good holes have been created by the guys up front.
Almost get the sense that their game plan is working to perfection, that what they worked on in practice all week, they've just translated and taken it out onto the field in this ball game. And, boy, they're liking what they're seeing.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Out of his end zone, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now Gordon on first down. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. Play fake. Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. He's got a man. Complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for the Chargers on 3rd down. 44 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Rivers now on second down. Caught by Gates, left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They go again with Oliver. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
False start, offense.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Room here to run. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's P-Ryan to begin the drive. Powering forward. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Second down, Cousins. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. Touchdown, Washington. Ryan Grant, 49 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rivers on first down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 65 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Travis Coons now to add the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Coons out to kick now as he'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Cousins to Pirine on the draw. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action here on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. Jordan Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, 59 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is now 13. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. A big hit. Knocked down sideways around the 37.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
First down, Rivers. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. To play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
A second down throw for Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Rivers. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
On to punt, Drew Kaiser, second-year man from Texas A&M. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Cousins on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Cousins now on second down. He'll drop it off to P-Ryan, complete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's brought in by Dodson. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. First down throw for Cousins. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Fresh set of downs here. Here's P-Ryan. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Chargers are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Redskins will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Chargers with possession halfway through one. Benjamin's wide open, able to make the grab, and he'll be tackled at the 36-yard line. Chargers would later fumble and turn the ball over. Now following the fumble, Cousins on target here, and it leads to a touchdown as they take a 13-0 lead. About halfway through the second quarter, Gordon's got it off the left side here, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Now 1st and 10, Chargers now trail by 6. Reed's wide open here on the catch, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Lead now goes to 13.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They run it here with Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. 30, 10, touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Coons now here to tack on the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Coons out to kick now as he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Play action for P-Ryan. Now Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now P-Ryan is stripped of the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. leading from the gun. Rivers, he's got his man. It's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They run. It's Oliver. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
Coons back out now to kick this away after the made field goal. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. First down. Here's Cousins. And Davis has it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing. That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Ducks him with a grab over the middle. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And to give this time to the tailback. He's to the 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 25 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Third and short yardage, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. The first down throw here for Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, we've got a moment here. Frank Gore moved up 2 spots in his game Sunday against Jacksonville this last week, Charles. He's now top 5 rushers all time in the NFL.
That's absolutely amazing when you think about it. The longevity of a career, the production of a career, and now you stop. I don't care who you are. You start thinking legacy, right? And think about who he moved past. He moved past Jerome Bettis, Hall of Famer, LaDainian Tomlinson, Hall of Famer. If you're Frank Gore, you're thinking your credentials are going to be up for the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. Start measuring for that jacket. He's at 13,697 yards.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Again, it's Rivers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now Rivers. And it's caught. Rivers to Benjamin. Good for the Charger first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So now it's 1st and goal. On the run, it's Oliver. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second down, Rivers. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. 3rd and goal for Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now Coons on to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Coons out to kick now as he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter. Good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Cousins gives this to Pirine. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down. Get to the fourth quarter. Try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Again, here's Pirine. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, Cousins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They go play action here on 1st down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Completes it to Benjamin. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Chargers on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Cousins now on 2nd down. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Cousins a handoff. This is Pirine. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Cousins. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the 2nd half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Coons now here to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, Cousins. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Play action, Cousins. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Denzel Perryman from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. He finds Quick. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And the former fourth-round pick in 2012 continuing to prove some of those doubters wrong that he used to have.
I remember when he got selected, there was a lot of controversy about that because remember, Robert Griffin III, they made the big move up to take him in the first round. And people wondered, why would you take a second rookie quarterback? Well, it's because he's smart, he studies hard, he prepares, he's ready to play. And now he's commanding the respect of his team and playing at a really high level.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. On second down, Cousins again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Joey Bosa in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Partner, I know that ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Rivers from the gun on third down. Finds his target. It's Gates. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. How many times have we seen this? Rivers to Gates on third down to keep the Charger drive alive.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Something to think about with these Chargers. They had 4 losses a season ago when leading with 3 minutes or less.
So you think that their fans right now, they're hopeful, but not necessarily expecting it to go their way.
Yeah, not counting their chickens just yet. Second down following the incompletion. Throwing again. Rivers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Following the interception, Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Ryan Grant with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Cousins. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium, because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. They'll look to throw. Allen's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a 1st down. He's back to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. He'll look to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
Rivers. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Chargers on third down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 11. Rivers to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
Now Rivers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Mike Williams, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here's Rivers. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
An extra DB defensively here. Big stop needed on 3rd and goal.
He may be a blitzer.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
One last shot now for Rivers. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This one taken from the 7. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Going to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I've got zero rooting interest in this game, but this is a lot of fun to watch. When you watch a guy get with his offensive line and have that great relationship, and I think it has to have been built during the week, during training camp, throughout the season, sitting and watching tape together, finding where their creases are, the gaps, knowing how guys are going to block, and right now, he's almost unstoppable.
The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Cousins on first down. Doxson with a grab over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. Paul bringing it in. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone. Punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. Now Gordon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
What can Rivers do in the OT? Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. From the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Crowder. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Cousins now on 2nd down. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
As they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere. Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage. On 3rd down, that's Thompson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.